But to make a conscious decision to say, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to be a different person, I'm going to do things differently, is a power, is a gift. And people don't realize that. Like, like, that is alchemy at its core. And I don't be trying to cuss on this channel. I'm gonna make an exception today because do you know what kind of bad bitch you are to willingly put yourself through that, to willingly transform, and then gather your cup, your pentacle, your sword, and your wand and be like, bitch, we back. We back.
Coming up, slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on boats. Coming up, slamming Cadillac doors.
Hey, air signs, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am Becca, and I'm here to do your September 2024 Creative Divination. And if you are a Libra, a Gemini, or Aquarius, this may be for you, okay? In any place that you have those placements at, right? Please keep in mind that these are general messages, so they may or may not resonate. If you would like a message that is more catered to you, click the link in the description box and book you a divination, babe. Come sit with me. I don't bite. Word. Okay? I also forgot to mention this in the Earth sign video, but when I release the mid-monthly messages in mid-September, I will be adding extended readings to my repertoire. Okay, so if you want something that's a little more in depth, that takes it a little bit further, okay, have some journal prompts and some other things that I got planned for it. Make sure you stay tuned. Keep those peepers peeping, because when I release the mid-month messages, you'll be able to purchase the extended readings for each sign group for $5.99. Available. It'll be available in the link in my description. My snip feed that holds all of my links. You'll be able to go directly to my snip feed and buy whatever reading you want to buy. Okay, so keep that in mind. So air signs, air signs, air signs. I had to rip Earth signs a new one. Okay, so let's hope that I will be able to be a little less I don't know, a little less something for y'all, okay? So I haven't picked any of the cards. We're gonna do it on camera, just like the Earth sign video. I'm glad I did that on camera, okay? So Spirit, what message do you have for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for the month of September 2024? What do they need to know? What needs to be brought to their awareness? Please be clear. All of the things, all right? What is the message, Spirit? Y'all had like 1,000 cards falling out. Lord Jesus. Oh. Actually, funny enough, I'm going to take all of these because I feel like they're relevant. Yeah. Okay. So, the cards, plural, that you have for your overlay energy, I was about to say earth signs. Air signs is the first house, arrival. Okay. You have Chiron Hill. You have Libra, balance, which is very interesting because we're almost in Libra. Well, not even almost. We're about to be in Libra season in a few weeks. And we have retrograde review. Bottom of the deck, I feel like is worth mentioning. We have progressions, journey. And we have Pluto rebirth. Okay. So, you guys, kind of like I told Earth signs, baby, this is a you thing, okay? Whatever comes out in this reading, it's a you thing. Why do I say that? Because your first card out was the first house. And we know that the first house in astrology, because I'm not an astrologer, but I do know that the first house in astrology deals with your self identity, right? And so I feel like with the first house being the first card that came out, along with heal, balance, and review, okay, this may be a period. You may be coming out of a period, or you still may be in a period of healing, right? But I feel like with balance here, also, that's crazy. With balance here, for Libra, I feel like it could speak to whatever comes out in this divination could be, happening during Libra season or as we get close to Libra season. Um, but there's something here about balancing your journey, right? And if I had to pick and choose right now what that would be, what the message of that would be, there is a time when you review, right? When something's brought to your awareness, brought into your consciousness, you want to review it. You want to take it in, sit with it, do all the things, right? But there's also a time where you need to act, right? Because I'm looking at this first house of arrival. You need to act. So I feel like there's something in your identity, air signs, that needs reviewed. Actually, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Now that I've been talking it out and looking at it. What needs to be reviewed is who you are, first house, after this rebirth. Okay? And we know that Lord Jesus, that Pluto just backed it up and dunked it back into Capricorn, right? And so for a lot of people, I feel like this is a period of investigation, because we have that card at the bottom of the deck as well. A period of investigation, a period of review about what your life has looked like, what your self-identity has looked like since Pluto first entered Capricorn back in 2018 or 2008. I'm sorry. That's a stretch, right? That's what, 15-ish years. God, I don't want to admit that on camera because I graduated in 2008, aging myself. Anyway, I feel like this is a period of review from that time when Pluto went into Capricorn up until now, right? And I feel like the reason that it needs to be reviewed is because you've come a long way, right? We have progressions, journey. You've come a long way. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of healing. Okay, whatever wound you needed to heal. I hope you've done a lot of healing, right? And there is no mistaking the fact that you are not the same person, air signs. There's no mistaking that something has shifted in you, something has grown in you, something has transformed in you over these last 15 or so years, right? And so I'm interested to see what the tarot has to say about that. Your first card out was just the Six of Pentacles, okay? We still working with Big Bertha. This is my first deck, my first ever deck. This is the deck that I taught myself how to read tarot on, right? Important. But with the Six of Pentacles here, we have another card that talks about balance, right? Spirit, what messages do you have for the air signs? Lord, okay, my bad. That's wild. That is wild. That is wild. Okay. This is my, it's awkward to shuffle on camera, but it'd be so necessary. Hold on, let me turn a light on in here. Lord Jesus. Ugh. Okay. Get some light up in the piece. You feel? But we have, okay, Six of Pentacles. I already showed y'all that one. We have the Sun. We have the Lovers in the reverse. Honestly, I don't even read cards in the reverse all like that, but we're going to talk about that. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay? The reason that I'm leaving the Lovers inverted is because this is exactly what I was talking about, right? There is something to be said about in this situation right here, in this. What or who rather? Who are you and what do you want, air signs? I keep saying earth signs. Some of y'all might need to go back and look at that earth sign video. I'll put it here and down there. But with this Lover's card in the reverse, the first thing that I immediately thought about was a disconnect of self, right? Because in my opinion, the way I do things, I guess you could say, as a Gemini rising, and I've said this in 1,000 videos, and I'll continue to say it in 1,000 more. I know that when we look at the Lover's card, we tend to think about love, you know, obviously. But for me, as a Gemini rising, with Gemini sitting in my first house, okay, I think about the Lover's card more as a you versus you type thing, higher self versus ego type of situation, right? Yin and yang, duality of it all. And with this being reversed or inverted, there's a question here about where was the disconnect? What was the disconnect that happened? Was it people telling you who you are or who you should be? Was it you living inauthentically in a way that you knew wasn't you, that kept you from this sun card, that kept you from this Ten of Cups? Because it's not removed from me that this Lover's card in the reverse is between the sun and happiness. So it's like, in what ways are you standing in your, or were you standing in your own way of your happiness, of your sunshine, right? Of your equal give and take. Because a lot of times when we are disconnected from self, we act in ways that are outside of who we are. We try to please other people. Sometimes with the way that we behave, with the things that we do, and we do it in a way of wanting to feel more accepted. But I feel like the question here is, what do you want? What do you want your happiness to look like? I believe I asked this question to the earth signs as well. Like, what do you want your happiness to look like? And I said it again in the earth sign divination. I'll say it to you guys as well. Y'all might need to go back and watch that divination, okay? But I said it to them. I'm going to say it to you. These last 15 years were about you, right? They were about you. Why do I say that? Because far be it for me to tell you, I feel like a broken record. Far be it for me to tell you how to navigate your spiritual journey, how to navigate your spirituality. However, I feel like as we speak about disconnects, okay, and welcome we talk with me here. We are cousins having a conversation. So if I go off in a tangent, it just is what it is. Just skip ahead, okay? But I feel like as it pertains to spirituality right now, people are in these practices, in these traditions for the wrong reasons. And it's not everybody, okay? It's not everybody, but I do feel like these are conversations that we need to start having more often. You know, like calling people to the carpet, checking people. You feel me? Because for me, in my house, in my spiritual journey, on my spiritual path, the reason that I'm in the tradition that I'm in, the reason that I'm a hoodoo, is because I want to better myself. I want to be a better, enlightened, empowered version of me, right? And the practice that I'm in helps me do that, right? The routine around the practice that I'm in helps me do that. And I just feel like That's the question that's being asked here, right? It's almost like, what are you doing all of this for? What are your goals? Like, who do you want to be? What do you want to be, right? What do you want to manifest? Ace of Pentacles. Spirit, any more messages? We have the Death card. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Magician. Ooh, okay, that's a word. This death, i.e., transformation, air signs that you've been going through, and I can relate as a Gemini rising, okay? As an Aquarius North Node, as an Aquarius, if like I get it, okay? But this death, this transformation, this alchemy that you've been experiencing, because that's what it is. I know it's sucked. I know it's been hard. I know it's been difficult navigating this rough terrain astrologically that we've been going through. But it was not for no reason, right? The transformation gave you the Magician card, all of the tools that you need to manifest what it is that you want, right? And I'm surprised that I don't see any swords cards out here right now, especially the Queen or the King of Swords. I'm not done pulling, so I mean, it very well could come out. But there is a need to be clear, sure, and dedicated to what it is that you want to manifest, right? To what it is that you want this to look like, right? Hell, even what you want this to look like, okay? Are you the one receiving or are you the one that is giving? Is it balanced, right? Are you giving more of yourself to people that leaves you feeling disconnected and discombobulated like this? Or has this death, this transformation, taught you that this needs to be balanced, right? Get clear about what this looks like, okay? How do you do that? I am so glad that you asked. First things first, utilize your toolbox. Utilize your cup. Utilize your pentacle. Utilize your wand. Utilize your sword. Okay? Remember, as above, so below. Everything that you need, you have, right? How do you do that? Three of Wands, preparation, planning. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords, working hard toward it, right? Empress card, birthing, creating. You are quite literally air signs. I keep wanting to say earth signs. You are quite literally air signs, birthing a new you. Birthing a new you. That's what's under. Ooh, that's what's under review. Who do you want to be? Who do you love? Are you for sure? Like, who, who do you love? Is it you, right? Because I'm not a fan of the word healed with the ED. I'm more a fan of the word of healing because we're always healing, right? We're like the process never stops. New levels, new devils, okay? But Whether it was just the awareness that there is something about your self identity, about who and what you identify as, what your values are, right? That came into question. And not in a way where I feel like, I mean, for some people it might be this, but not in a way where you were moving fraudulent, like fraudulent. But I feel like all of us humans go through this phase of trying to figure out who we are, right? And a lot of people like to equate that to, your teenage years, or your adolescent years, your growing years, right? But do you ever stop growing, right? Like, I've learned more about myself in this year of being 34 than I have in the prior 33 years, right? So the exploration of self never stops. Never stops. There's always going to be evolution. There's always going to be change. You're always going to be inquisitive about different things, right? Especially as it pertains to your self identity. So, how do you do, to answer the question of how do you create this new you? By doing it. I feel like this Eight of Pentacles, this feels like past energy. I mean, it feels like past and ongoing energy, right? You've been working hard, right? Why do I know that you've been working hard? Because if you didn't, it wouldn't hurt so bad. If you didn't, it wouldn't hurt so bad, right? You wouldn't feel it as strongly as you feel it, right? Because we know. Also, I hope y'all drinking y'all water. Okay, go hydrate. But I feel like when you don't necessarily, let me put it like this, when you are not doing the work that you need to be doing, of course you're going to feel like you're breezing through it. When you're doing some surface level shadow work, right? When you're doing some surface level healing, yeah, it might sting a little bit, but I'm talking about that gut wrenching, kneeling at the altar, not even kneeling, sprawled out at the altar, begging, crying, pleading, not understanding why life is going like this, not understanding why you're in the circumstances that you're in. That type of pain that you, what's the word? That you, I lost the word. That type of pain that you purposely put yourself in front of, expose, there we go. That type of pain that you purposely expose yourself to, because this is the thing. This is the thing, okay? When it gets to the point where you would rather go through this to continue to live as you have been living, where you're like, you know what? If I gotta hurt for a little while, if I gotta be in agony for a little while, if I gotta be bent at that altar for a little while, and that means that I am born anew, that means that I am created a new creature, I'll go through it. I'll do it. That's doing the work. When the sacrifice is less important than the end goal, right? Spirit, you have any more messages? I like this for y'all. Us. I like this. And I'm interested to see. Yeah. This is a time of discipline, right? This is a time of, okay, I've been exposed to the healing process. I've been exposed to the death and the transformation. I've been exposed to the pain and the dark nights and all of the things. And I'm coming out on the other side of it. The sun is starting to shine, right? So what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this? You're going to discipline yourself, right? You're going to be curious. You're going to be open, right? You're going to be you're gonna be the freaking magician. And that's the magic. This is gonna be the clip that I use to promote this video, because I'm about to throw it and I need you to catch it. Okay, when you subject yourself to that, and I'm pointing at the death card right now. And this, okay, when you subject your what else is here? When you subject yourself to this and to this willingly, okay, because there's a difference between doing something on purpose and then something happening by accident that throws you into transformation, right? But to make a conscious decision to say, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to be a different person, I'm going to do things differently, is a power, is a gift. And people don't realize that. Like, that is alchemy at its core. And I don't be trying to cuss on this channel. I'm going to make an exception today, because do you know what kind of bad bitch you are to willingly put yourself through that, to willingly transform, and then gather your cup, your pentacle, your sword, and your wand, and be like, bitch, we back. We back. We back. On the strength of me, on the strength of my dad, on the strength of the divine. We back. You feel me? These last couple of days have felt very, and I'm saying this as a Gemini rising who has put myself willingly through the things that I just talked about. And y'all know, I tell y'all all the time, I only speak from things that I've experienced, right? I never speak from a place of things I haven't conquered or at least experienced in some type of way, right? The last couple of days have felt like, I ain't gonna say a full breath of fresh air, but there has been an understanding that has been met about why things have been the way they are, why I've experienced the things that I've experienced, right? And in that way, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air, because I know, just by the feeling that I have in my gut of guts, that none of the things that I just willingly put myself through were in vain. Because I've started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I've started to really understand why this transformation needed to happen in my life. This last year of my life has truly allowed me to stand in my authority. To stand in my authority. To stand in my authority as a person, as a teacher, as a diviner, as somebody that y'all look to for guidance. I shrunk away from a lot of that. I like to be hidden. I am a Virgo moon. I like to be in the background, okay? On top of the mountain. In my cave. Left alone, right? It is very clear to me over this past year that that's no longer an option. And the reason that that's no longer an option for me is because I've been healing in front of y'all. Y'all have seen some of my, and I'm saying y'all because I know a lot of y'all are here from Twitter. Y'all have seen me at my lowest. And I do mean my lowest, okay? Because believe it or not, this last year hasn't been the lowest, okay? Y'all have seen me homeless and displaced, right? So I've healed in front of y'all. So if I'm healing in front of y'all, I have to be in front of y'all regardless. If I had the nerve to out myself like that, I should have the nerve to stand in my authority as who I am. Right? Yeah. Yeah, because we have the Eight of Cups, we have the World, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Ten of Swords. Y'all, there is no such thing as doing this anymore. There's no such there's no such thing as doing this anymore. Why? The cycles of you lying to yourself about who you are, willingly ignoring shit, all of that is done. Cycles closed. Walking away from that, right? Why? Because you have seen your power. You have seen your strength. You have been looking at how far you have come. And this is where we at with it. This is where we at with it. So for you air signs, your Geminis, your Libras, your Aquariuses, review time is up. You've been reviewing enough. You've been thinking enough, right? Now it's time to balance some of that review with some action. With some action. It's time for you to come home to yourself. It's time for you to get the messages out. It's time for you to be an authority. It's time for you to tap into your resources. Huh? It's time for what? Motion, baby. Mars. Fire energy. It's time for motion, right? We're going to get an oracle card. Because I don't have nothing else to say to y'all. I don't. Time is it? Okay, I still got that hour. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going live later on tonight on the Tiffany. So, I was supposed to get this done earlier today, but child. Okay. Things came up, phone calls were made and taken, and then like the day just got away from you. So we here, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for the air signs? What is the advice here? What is the advice here, Spirit? Please be clear. And like, I need to go back and watch this reading after I upload it because, baby, this is holding me accountable, right? Because y'all know how finicky I am with this channel. Like, I'll do a stint of doing really good at being consistent and uploading divinations and stuff like that. And then I'm just like, I don't care. You feel me? And I don't want it to be like that. I like doing this. I love it. I love being a diviner. I love like sitting with y'all and kicking it with y'all, even though you know what I'm saying y'all on the other end of the screen. But I love doing this. You feel me? And I be hiding away. I be hiding away because for a long time I didn't feel like an authority as a diviner, right? Now, baby, please, please, okay. Spirit, what messages, and that's how I want y'all to feel. What messages do you have for the air signs and the vice spirit? That's how I want y'all to feel. That is exactly how I want y'all to feel. I'm going to take both of them. Why not? Okay, so the two that came out are poised And then we have a change in the wind, but it's in the reverse. And when this particular deck is in the reverse, we read the protection message, okay? So let's start with Poised. I was about to say, I feel stared at. My dog used to go out. She was like, girl, wrap it up. Okay. Poised. Which one do I want to read? Okay. It says you can be assured that you. I'm gonna say that again. Assured. Not questioning. Assured. Okay. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You have what you need. Your skills are sharp. You come to this place armed with knowledge and wisdom, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and they trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. I can't make Okay. Prosperity message says, you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete, Magician card, is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing that you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align to this truth. It was not for nothing, air signs. It was not for nothing. And you're about to be shown that. It was not for nothing. Okay, let's read this protection message. A change in the wind. The protection message is, there are conditions brewing in your life that you have no control over. Do not fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best and for the highest good. Even if this storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You have a renewed clarity and a strength to do something better. Spirit is your ally. Spirit is your ally. Your dead folk are your ally. You are your ally. Okay? Okay, air signs, I got nothing else, okay? If you would like to book a divination with me, click the link down below. Make sure you share this video with somebody who needs to see it. Make sure you leave me a comment, a like, all the good things. Thank y'all so much for kicking it with me. Until next time, be great, get bread, stay all the way live. And with everything being intentional, have the week you conjure. Peace.
Coming up, slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on boats. Coming up, slamming